A woman in a teal shirt lets a woman with glasses and a white cane into a cozy room lined with kennels. A cat sniffs a play tunnel as the woman in glasses sits on a couch. The other woman puts a young gray and white cat in her lap. She strokes the cat as it peacefully closes its eyes.
One of my hobbies is to try new things and getting outside of my comfort zone. I like trying to push my limits and broaden my horizons about what I can do.
Now, on a busy sidewalk lined with vendors' booths and paper lanterns, the woman with glasses uses her cane to navigate. She strides past tourists snapping photos.
I'm legally blind. There's probably some fear associated with not knowing my surroundings. When I decide not to take the journey, I might feel somewhat left alone or excluded.
She interviews in an office wearing a t-shirt that reads Google with braille dots for the O's and a hand making the L in sign language. Text appears. Wakana Sugiyama, business analyst, Google. Wakana chats at a table with a man in a striped shirt and glasses. More text appears as he interviews in an office lined with houseplants. Duong Wen, software engineer, Google.
Hearing her perspective the first time is really eye-opening to me because I never lived in that situation. Hearing Wakana's story, that made me realize that's a problem and we need to solve it.
In a courtyard, Wakana uses her smartphone to open the Google Maps app. Other employees walk with her as she holds the phone up to listen to it.
Detailed voice guidance gives people audio information when they're walking to their destination using Google Maps.
Subtitles for the app's voice assistant. Head west on Roppongi Street. It's about 80 meters to your next turn. Wakana heads down a sidewalk, sweeping her cane.
六本木通りを西に進みます。次に曲がるまで約80メートルです。
Later, she walks alone down a quiet street with headphones in. She passes cafes and potted plants on the sidewalk.
It's sort of like announcements I hear on trains and buses.
Subtitles. Sakurada Street is ahead on your route. It's a large road. Use caution while crossing. Wakana follows a brick sidewalk towards a busy intersection with several lanes of traffic.
ルート上で前方に桜田通りがあります。大きな道路です。通行する際は注意してください。
Wakana starts into the crosswalk with her cane extended and crosses 4 lanes of traffic as people stream past her.
It fills some of the gaps that I would otherwise experience with not knowing the surroundings, and also especially focusing on segments that I might find particularly challenging, such as larger intersections.
Wakana pauses by a building hung with a row of Japanese glass wind chimes. The voice assistant activates. You're still on the correct route, currently heading west on Nakamise Street. It's about 200 meters to your next turn.
現在、正しいルート上にいます。仲見世通りを西に進んでいます。次に曲がるまで約200メートルです。
She reaches a park full of trees with bright green leaves. She takes a large paved trail as sunlight streams through the branches above her. Wakana arrives at a bench by a pond, and a woman in a colorful shirt stands to greet her.
Having this additional information to fill in the gaps makes me feel more confident. I can relatively focus more on what I'll do at my final destination.
They sit on the bench together and laugh as they catch up. Later, Wakana keeps a hand on her friend's arm as they stroll past flowering trees.
I believe everyone should have the ability to experience the world around them and feel a sense of belonging wherever they're physically at.
In a restaurant, 2 chefs work side by side. One presses down his knife's blade as he chops. Wakana joins 2 women sitting on cushions on the floor at a low table.
Having access to new experiences makes me feel more included.
The women have an animated conversation, and they all grin. They use chopsticks as they share a meal together.
My intention, definitely, in developing this feature is to help people in similar circumstances to open up possibilities.
The Google Maps logo appears on a white background. It transforms into 4 dots in Google's colors: yellow, green, blue, and red. The dots spin and merge together into a capital G.